Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I hope everything's okay in your life. In this video, I will be sharing the 2024 PvE class tier list with you. You're in luck for listening to the explanation part, as you will get better understanding of how this tier list was prepared and the criteria for the rankings. Let's dive into the details without further ado. As you know, there was a major PvE update at the end of the 2023 that completely shook up the game's balance. The developers' goal was to bring every class up to the level of Woosa succession. However, I must say that they largely failed to achieve this. Their biggest mistake was that they didn't focus on the chronic issues of the classes first and opting for damage increases later, rather than initially providing substantial damage boosts to all classes and hoping to success by making minor quality of life changes to some. We are facing a new PvE meta, and believe me, the current situation is quite different, a little bit worse from before. The tier list was created through extensive consultation with the experienced classmasters who have dedicated use to the game and their respective classes. I reached out of over 110 classmasters, and about 90 of them responded. I asked them to evaluate their classes' performance through a Google survey, which resulted in easily trackable and understandable average datas. Based on these datas, I created a page for each class, and you can see an example page on the screen right now. On the left side of screen, evaluations are divided into 3 stages: early, mid, and endgame. In the previous tier list, there was also a performance category for Black Shrine bosses, but due to the latest patches, all classes can now easily defeat Black Shrine bosses, so I have temporarily removed that category. On the other side of the screen, you will find general assessments from the classmasters about the classes that they play. I realized that some pages have lots of information and details, but remember that the experience of these classmasters have gathered over years and presented to us in summary form is an invaluable resource. I recommend reading about the classes that interest you one by one. If you take time to read all of them, you will learn a great deal about the class's PvE performance. As for the basis of evaluation, it's important to know that there are many variables in the game and, correspondingly, many spots to consider. Therefore, I have categorized the performance of the classes into early, mid, and endgame segments to make it easier to understand how classes perform at different stages of the game. Early game spot means 0 to 250 AP, one-shot type of spots like Gahaz, Sulfur, Plaku, Naga, Fogan, Poly, and etc. Mid-game spots means 250 to 300 AP spots, mostly you need to aggro or pull them with a decent DPS, like Starzend, Akman, Histria, Tonewood, Sakraya, Kratuga, Orc, Bloody Monastery, Giants, Rutum, Saunil, and etc. Endgame spots means mostly you need high DPS and special combos, special add-ons, special lightstones, special type of gameplay for these type of spots, like Gaifin, Darkseeker Street, Tungrat Ruins, Crypt, Dekia spots like Olun, Ash, Turo, Tonewood, Akman, Histria, Queen Hills, Hexa Sanctuary, and etc. The survey featured ratings out of 10. You are currently viewing the tiers on the screen and their corresponding points. The S plus tier corresponds to scores between 9.5 to 10, representing the most dominant and the unquestionable strongest classes in the game. The S tier means with the scores of 8, 8.5, and the 9. The S tier with scores of 8, 8.5, and 9 showcases very powerful classes that excel in PvE and will not disappoint you. The A tier includes scores of 6, 6.5, and 7 and 7.5, indicating classes with the average to slightly above average performance. The B corresponding to scores of 5 and 5.5, denoting classes that fall below average and have significantly weaker performance. The C tier with scores 4 and 4.5 represents the classes with very poor performance. The D tier includes classes scoring 3 and below, which are incredibly underperforming classes, or you can say them almost unplayable. I assume you understand how the evaluation is conducted. If you have listened to the explanations up to this point in the video, consider yourself fortunate, as 90% of the viewers will likely skip this part and ask irrelevant questions or misunderstand in the comments. It's also crucial to grasp the following. For example, you see the ninja class on the screen with high scores for its succession. However, However, please pay attention to the difficulty part. You can only achieve these high scores if you play this very challenging class at full performance, which means you will start to unlock its potential after you have adapted to the difficulty level and fully understood the class. So please also be aware of difficulty part in every class. The preparation of this video took about a week. I must extend a big thank you to all classmasters. Without them, I couldn't have compiled these datas. Accessing their years of experience with just a click is a fantastic privilege, isn't it? I also kindly request that you refrain from disrespecting anyone in the comments, whether it be classmasters or each other. At the end of the video, you will find 3 different summary tier lists presented in a table format. Before moving on to the last part, may you please stop the video right now to subscribe channel, like the video, leave a comment, and do not forget to share it on your Discord channels. I hope you guys like my contents. Do not forget, BDO is just a game. Have a nice game.